They had a chance to tell you the truth and decided not to. Someone with deep attachment issues. They still want to tell the truth, but they want you to release expectations of what the truth might be. You know who it is if it's for you. Keeping up appearances, partial truth. They feel like you know part of the truth, but there's something you don't know, and they think that they can enlighten you. Trying to contact you, trying to get your attention in some way. Not going to resonate for everybody. Smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by appearances. That's about them hiding their feelings, keeping up appearances. Not sure what they're going to do. Just really ashamed because you learn something about them. You learn they have feelings, that you learn too much about them. Stuff that makes them feel unsafe in some way. If you want to hear from them, leave them a comment, because they're very confused and they feel like you're not going to understand. I'm just a messenger. Intrigued. Path unknown. Trying to figure out the future path of this friendship, relationship. Keep asking questions about you. Like 50-50 split down the middle. Do they want to talk to you and keep asking questions, or do they want to completely let you go? They wish they had an answer. They really, really want an answer about that. Because if you heard the truth, what difference would it make? They think if you knew the truth, everything would change. That was the spill tea deck. I'm going to what's the tea. Yeah, they regret not taking opportunities because they know that you gave them chances. And now they have to act like everything's okay. Really toxic situation here. Travel. Moving on. Ooh. Did you post travel plans recently? Like someone heard you talk about travel or something. They see signs of you moving on, and that really scares them because they think this wouldn't have happened. Like basically that, it goes back to the path unknown. They feel like they made plans around you, but you didn't make plans around them, or that your punishment in some way, because they think they've done a good job of hiding things, but now they don't know because they feel like they're being punished for trying to hide things. But they also know they deserve it. They know they would do the same thing. They know that they don't deserve an explanation. But they wish that you would give them one. They really are upset that they hurt you so much. That's what they feel like, is that for you to really just go silent and not respond to some of the same old stuff, they must have really hurt you. You must really be done this time. And they know they shouldn't have pushed you so far. Ignoring, left on red, avoiding messages, giving the silent treatment. That's what they believe you're doing. What do you need to learn spiritually from this? Your path is getting clearer. So 2 cards here about a path. Yeah, something here happened because it was supposed to happen, and you need to take comfort in that. They know it too, because it just took so many turns. It couldn't have been by accident, is what they think. They feel like every time they got close, you pulled the rug out from under them or changed the path. They're trying to console themselves with that, but they feel like they just missed out on something. But yeah, they're trying to console themselves with stuff like, well, they always changed on me. They wouldn't let me get to know them. They think you're the one with the attachment issues. Like I got that card in the beginning. They think it's you. They really don't know what to think. They just feel like you finally had things figured out and suddenly you left with no explanation. What happened? The partial truths at the beginning, like I said, they feel like if they tell you the truth about something. But is it too late? Do you even want to know the truth? The truth about what? Your spirit will tell you. The truth about their intentions, the truth about their feelings. Some of them are really hiding some feelings. No one can dim your light. This would have dimmed your light. That's why the path had to go in 2 separate directions. They're not happy about it. They're not happy about it. They wonder if you're happy about it. They feel like you are. watching you. Really, I'm just getting someone who's watching social media. Back to that travel card. Like, did you make travel plans with someone? They're scared. Something along those lines where they think you have some kind of plan. You attract love. That's what they think's going on. They just feel like they're going to miss their chance. I've been getting this kind of reading a lot lately. This person thinks they have already missed a chance. You changed me forever. They're trying to see the good, but they are really torn up, really broken up about this. I'm going to the Dead Inside Oracle deck. Oh, ghosted again, rejection, silence, confusion. Seen, never replied. Oh my gosh, did you leave someone on read or leave them on delivered? Oh, depending on the situation, I guess one's worse than the other. I got so many other cards about that, didn't I? They don't like your silence. Your silence is the loudest thing they've ever heard. Oh, they don't like that at all. But until you went silent, they weren't really checking on you. People always want what they can't have. They always want what they can't have. They feel like you used to pursue them and you don't anymore. They miss that. They just miss your warmness, your openness. They thought things were heading in a certain direction. They feel really ashamed of themselves for not seeing this before because they feel like you have toyed with them in some way. But that's really just them consoling themselves. They know what they did. They know what they did. Sorta. Questioning it, partial truths. They know it had to do with them not being their authentic self. Them not telling you things. Them withholding stuff that they didn't have to withhold. Can't sleep, might spiral, overthinking, emotional overload. That's what they're hiding. That's what they're hiding. If they suddenly went quiet on social media, yeah, it's because they're assuming other people are watching them because they stalk other people. You got to watch those people. I learned that before. It's not everybody, because some people are just too busy for social media, but then other people never post anything, but you hear that they're watching everyone. Oh yeah, this is that kind of person. It might look like they haven't posted in 10 years, but they're watching everybody. Yeah, this person makes a note about everyone, and especially you right now. It's complicated crying over situationships. I was totally getting the situationship vibe here. I don't know if anybody else was. Made the list, ignored the list, guilt, avoidance, shutdown, like procrastinating, like making lists about stuff. Like, I believe in the power of making a to-do list. I've been talking about that. Many different lists I make, and it does help. But no, this person's trying to busy themselves making lists. They are going for self-improvement here. They're just trying to throw themselves into something else. They don't like the fact that they're stalking you. They just can't help themselves. They can't help it. Gosh. Emotional investment. This really started as a situationship, huh? I mean, I'm sure it's always been that. When I say started, it's probably stayed there too. Well, they keep thinking it didn't have to be that way. It didn't have to be that way. It could have been more than a situationship. They think. Gosh, not what you think. Person taking off a mask. Mask coming off. They feel like they mask too much. Holding you back. Sleepless nights. We got that before about a sleep spiral. Afraid to be alone. Not noble. Bad influences. They're doing a lot of things to self-medicate. You already know this. They have fallen into some habits. Don't let them drag you back into some habits either. It could just be what they're prone to. Honestly, I'm not really getting that they're doing anything right now. But that's what they're prone to. In the past, they may have, like, they've outgrown some of this. Like, at one point, this is someone you wouldn't have left alone in your house because you might be afraid they would steal something. They have outgrown that because that could be also why some of you ghosted them, or problems you've had in the past, that you've forgiven that too many times, and now they're like, you won't forgive it. They know they can't get away with certain things with you anymore. They're actually afraid that at this point you might have cameras all over your house that they can't see, so they'd be afraid, you know. But even if not, but even if they had a blind spot where there weren't cameras, they still wouldn't do it because they don't want to lose your trust again. They feel like they didn't realize what they were dealing with, like they treated you like a kid when you're like a grown person. They've grown up too. They feel like they had some immature tendencies and they're ashamed that you saw them. But what spiritual lesson do you need to learn here? Yeah, they feel like they just made a real fool out of themselves, but they want to tell you the truth. If you heard the truth, would it matter? Okay. Good vibes only. Justice. Compassion. Justice for a situation like if they did steal something. Some of them, they have suffered. If they took something from you, they have suffered for it. Emotionally and in other ways. Of course, everything's emotional, but I mean, their conscience, for one, like they're sort of upset with themselves now. I shouldn't say sort of, very upset with themselves, but they want your compassion now more than ever, but they know they don't deserve it. But they are pleading for it anyway. Compassion and good vibes, they just miss that. They want you to know how stupid they feel, trying to hide anything from you. Last card. They know they shouldn't have done that. You always say the right things. Oh, gosh. That's something they miss about you. And also, please tell yourself this if you talk to them. Just start saying, I always say the right things. Be positive with your words. But no, this is also someone who misses your encouragement. They go back over your conversations. Replay them. If you ever sent them videos, or you have videos of yourself talking or something, or just voicemails, whatever, they've gone back through everything. Texts. They've gone back through everything to see what you said to them and to read a lot into it. But anyway, you just need to know that you made a big impact on this person. You always say the right things. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.